Hello and welcome to Glamazon Empress Tarot. I'm not gonna do no cards at the moment. I just want to speak on some things um that I'm planning to do in the future. I do plan on making another channel solely based on my journey, um, as far as being a part of the excuse me, the 144K and um surviving narcissistic abuse, because the things I went through behind the scenes should really be in a movie. Like it's ridiculous. I went through a lot. I literally had to walk through the gates of hell just to show this narcissistic psychopath that I'm that divinely protected. And it didn't happen over the course of a night. No, this took years for me. Like, the things that I went through, the things he's done to me, triggered me to walk on my spiritual path. Because the things I went through, your average person probably wouldn't be living here to tell it. And mind you, a majority of the shit this person did, it didn't happen till after he was incarcerated. But if you know, like I know, you don't have to physically touch somebody to do damage. You could do a smear campaign, you could spread lies, you could spread rumors, you can try to get everybody to change your perspective of someone. This person was very, very calculating, very strategic, very manipulative, a con artist. He had the gift of gab, and he was so good at lying that it almost can come off as believable. That's how good he was at lying. But the things I went through, it was a blessing in disguise, because if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be where I am today, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Most importantly, spiritually. It triggered me to walk on my life path. It triggered me to figure out what was my destiny in life, you know? It was so much that went on behind the scenes, like, and looking back then, because I met this person in 2011. Here it is, 2022. To this day, this motherfucker's obsessed, pressed, stalking. He done paid. This nigga done went broke, excuse my French. But he done went broke paying people to do all kind of spell work on me. Lied to the practitioners, making me out to be such this horrible person, and all I was doing was minding my business and healing. And it's like he's so triggered and obsessed and mad that I found my worth. Like, he's like, how dare you heal yourself? How dare you not want me no more after I did everything under the sun to try to destroy you and end your life? Like, how dare you? You know, like, this motherfucker's so petty. He was paying people to do beauty spells, death spells. He had people following me. He had people stalking my social media. He done made millions of fake profiles to stalk me on, to see if all the spell work that he invested in was working. This was the type of shit I was going through, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate. But instead of exposing this person, because if I would have tried to expose the person while I was healing, people would have thought I was crazy or thought I was lying. But when you're a true divine being of God, God has ways to vindicate you. The truth don't need no proof. The truth is always going to outshine anything, any sinister thing that someone could try to do to you when you are truly divine. But you have to elevate yourself. You have to level up. You have to raise your vibration so the things that they send your way can automatically go back to them. And that's currently what's going on. That's currently what's going on. Everything they sent my way has went back to them. God has truly humbled this bastard, and to this day, he's still up to the same shenanigans. Like, you're not tired of losing? You're not tired of losing? You stalking me day in and day out for the past, what, 10 years? You're seeing that the shit is not working. So give up. But narcissists, your average narcissist, they don't know how to give up. They don't know how to accept defeat. They don't know how to accept rejection. So they really go in above and beyond to try to destroy you and intimidate you. And once they see your tactics aren't working anymore because you're just that healed and you're just that protected, all hell breaks loose. For them, not for me, because I ain't worrying about it. But I will be tapping in more about surviving narcissistic abuse, surviving death spells, surviving lies, slander, everything. When I tell you this motherfucker he ran out of ideas to do to me because I'm just that protected and grateful. I'm so grateful and honored that the Most High God handpicked me to go through this battle after battle after battle, awakening after awakening after awakening. If you would have seen me a couple of years ago, you wouldn't have recognized me. Honey, I healed myself. I went through that dark night of the soul and I glowed up like, and even in the midst of me just learning more and more, because I remember days where I was down on my knees crying and praying, God, please heal my heart. Please take this pain away. This motherfucker hurt me to the core on purpose. He really left me for dead. He really thought I was going to be down in the dumps. He spread so many lies and rumors and paid so to do so much spell work that he already betted on me. Like, oh yeah, she's gonna come running back to me. Motherfucker really tried to bend my will through spell work. And he was putting out all these narratives because he was just that confident and overestimated himself and underestimated me. He really thought he won. He really thought he won the war. But when you're in a spiritual warfare, ain't no God is undefeated. And that's just point blank, period. But these idiots, these narcissistic sociopaths, these demonic, karmic ass people, they're gonna have to learn that the hard way. Why is my nose itching? What does that mean? Because my nose was chilling up until I started recording and talking about this narcissistic sociopath. He's a psychopath at this point. He done went from sociopath to psychopath. He's really losing his shit because all the spell work he sent my way done went back to his ass. Now he fighting demons, literally. You see what I'm saying? But I remember the days where I was just so broken and hurt and lost and confused, and this motherfucker did everything under the sun, literally under the sun, behind the scenes, to destroy me, and I'm still standing. And I know there's plenty of other people that went through what I went through. So we got to come together as a community to help each other heal. I am honored to be in that position where I can look back and say, hey, I'm healed. We healing over here. But yeah, I would definitely be speaking more on narcissistic abuse. I would definitely be speaking more on the 144K group, God's Army, Divine Beings. Yeah. But what was I saying? Oh, even like in the midst of my spiritual journey, not just like a few months ago, my skin was dark and dull. You could tell I was going through some shit. I was literally looking like what I was going through. But I kept hearing the lyrics from this Monica song. I don't know if y'all familiar with the R&B singer Monica, but I kept hearing, even my skin is changing, boy. And I used to wonder, like, why I keep hearing that. But every single day I woke up and started healing myself and loving myself and caring and just really tending to myself. Because self-love is the best love. If you don't love yourself, you don't have the capabilities to love nobody else. But day by day, my skin was brighter. My aura was brighter. My heart was lighter. You know, it was just, it's a beautiful feeling to look back at all the things you've been through and being able to stand firm and say, I'm healed. I'm content. I'm at peace. I found peace. I found my life path. I'm so grateful for the lessons because the lessons really builds character. It really do. I'm honored that the Most High and my ancestors passed the torch to me to break generational curses. Because it's not just what I went through, but I had to go through that to get to this point. But breaking generational curses in my family, like when you realize, when you deal with somebody so toxic, that you start to see these patterns in other people. You start to recognize how unhealed other people are. When you're healed, you can recognize when someone is unhealed, you know? But nevertheless, I'm going to keep it brief. We're already 11 minutes in. Y'all have a good night, and please look forward to seeing more videos in regards to healing from narcissistic abuse, in regards to being a chosen one. Have a good night.